Okay, so we're logged into our becoming fucking I couldn't write fucking on there, but becoming fucking unstoppable. Like I said just a minute ago, who wouldn't want to become unstoppable? Unstoppable in my mind means fucking powerful. It means fucking does what they said they were going to do. Because what is the key to becoming unstoppable? Okay? Unstoppable in all the areas of our lives. So we know the areas that I'm talking about, guys. We know that when I talk about the areas in your life, we talk about the fucking body. Come on, this is a reminder. We talk about balance. All the B's. We talk about our body. We talk about balance. We talk about our business. And that's not sticking your nose in other people's business, because that's what a lot of us do. Our nose is fucking here, there and everywhere. But we want to be concentrating on our business. What the fuck are we doing? How are we improving? Because a lot of us are okay with pointing the finger out and saying, oh, well, I'm not as bad as them. Oh, I'm in better shape than him. Oh, my life's not as bad as theirs. But the problem is, when you start comparing, listen to this, this is a beauty. When you start comparing, you compare by convenience. Yeah? You compare yourself by convenience. And what I mean by that is you compare yourself against people who you know are already lesser than you. So yeah, your body might look better compared to someone who doesn't train or doesn't do anything. Yeah? Your situation in life might be better than someone who's got no aspirations and is a bum and doesn't want to do anything and has got no goals in life. Yeah, but when you compare yourself, don't compare by convenience, because it's very convenient to look at all the people below you. I've told you I need to write one more, I'm being, we'll get back to that in a second, but it's very easy for you as a person. There's two ways to look, and there's a group of people down here, and we'll call them the fucking minions, and there's a group of people up here who we call them the fucking lions. And you'll also have a few people that are level on par with you. So it's very easy for you to look down at these and compare yourself to these people. I've told you over and over and over again. When you're looking to compare yourself, which you shouldn't really do anyway, the only way you should be looking at people is, where do I want to be? Where is it in my life, in my body? So my body, my fitness, my nutrition, my well-being, my balance. So that's my balance of my relationships. So that's, where do I want to be with my wife? Are things working? Is it going the way I want it to go? Am I spending enough time with my kids? Am I seeing my friends? So this is the balance in your life, guys. Business. Is my work going the way I want it to? Is it going the way I want it to go? Do you know what? When you were sat back in school and you were 16 years old, you just had your first can of fucking Strongbow, you were sat there and 16 years old and you had all the ambition in the world, and you think the great big wide world, where did you think you'd be right now? Okay, it's quite a deep question, but looking back, because we know, and I've told you over and over again, the brilliance, the absolute fucking brilliance of looking back is that there's just pure evidence. Okay? When you look back, there's evidence. When you look forward, so that's when you're setting goals, new ambitions, there's nothing. So anybody can look forward, anyone can write things down and say they're going to do stuff, because it doesn't require any effort apart from putting pen to paper or having a little think. It doesn't require any effort. That's why it's so easy to say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But it's all about evidence. So when you look back, and like I said, when you look back to when you were 16 years old, 14, 15, 16, when you're just about to leave school and you've got all these ambitions of where you wanted to be in your life, and that includes, like I said, your body, your balance, that's your relationship, your business, your work, your being, and that's being is one of the biggest areas, and that's the way you think and feel about yourself. Because I get the inkling that a lot of us, we don't even feel like we deserve any success. We don't feel like we're capable of doing shit. And all we do is we bombard our head with I can't, people are watching, people are going to judge me, I can't do it, they will laugh, I'm not worth it, people have told me I'm useless, I can't do it, blah 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 blah, and you're getting it knocked into your head, and you might have had it for years. So you might have had it through people telling you, your friends telling you that you're not worth much, your school teachers telling you that you might not be bright, you might have had your partner telling you you were worthless and no one would want you, or there's loads of shit. But that's bombarding your head and putting negative things in there rather than looking at, where you could be, what could happen. How many times in your life do you analyse everything that could possibly go wrong before even contemplating what could go right? What could go wrong when I do a new experience or join a gym? Well, someone might look at me. I might not be as fit as everybody else. Well, that's a no-brainer, guys. Because if you've done fuck all exercise and you've got no experience and you come to a gym and you are the best in the gym, you're in the wrong fucking gym. You're in the gym with them people when you should be in the gym with them people. But you are going to get prejudged. People will judge you. But you shouldn't be afraid of of trying new experiences. But like I said, a lot of us think about everything that could go wrong. I remember the first time that I did a bungee jump, scary ass fucking experience, and I'm telling you now, I shat myself, not literally, but I was literally shitting myself. And all I was thinking about on my first ever bungee jump was, how do they check the cables? What if the bungee cord is too long and they haven't checked it and I hit the ground? What if the wind blows me when I'm not expected? What if I faint? What if I get tangled up in the wire? And I was just thinking about all these fucking things that could go wrong. And I don't even know how I actually jumped, because all these negative things getting banged into my head about everything that could possibly go wrong. I'm surprised I jumped. But then I did it. I did the jump, and we all know it's cliche. Did the jump, that was me. Down, up, it lasted about 10 seconds, and it was amazing. But it could have been a whole different story that I might not have jumped. And a lot of you lot don't take the jump because the fear of failure is paralysing us into standing still. So it brings me back to my original thing that I said. What is becoming unstoppable? So being unstoppable, there's a few rules to it. So rule number 1, when you say you're going to do something, you have to back it up. Okay? Like I said to you, so let me write these down. So, back up. I don't even know what I'm writing here. Back up your, and I'm going to swear, shit, because I want to. So backing up your shit. So that means whenever you say you're going to do something, and we all know that there are moments when you can't be arsed. Okay? There's moments in every journey, in your job, in your relationship, in your body, that you can't be arsed doing. But you have to question these thoughts. Because like I said, you thinking you cannot be arsed is just a thought. It's just a thought. And then if you question these thoughts, okay, if you question these thoughts, you need to find out, is it true? Is it true I can't be arsed? And it's just yes or no. Can you categorically say, I truly can't be arsed doing this, whether it's exercise, whether it's nutrition, whatever, is it true that I can't be arsed doing this? And if it is true, then you've got to question about your goals. Do you really want it? Do you really want what you say you want? Because we find out everything we need to know about people as soon as they don't want to do something. Because when you start a regime or you start doing something, it's so easy to just get carried away with it. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and I'm all for ambition, goals. I'm all for it. But it just means jack shit if you're not prepared to do any action apart from writing them down on a piece of paper. It's just a simple yes or no, guys. I want you to write down right now, yes or no. Have you followed through with what you said you were going to do on January the 1st this year? So look back over this year. January the 1st, you set yourself some New Year's resolutions of what you wanted to do and where you wanted to be. I just want a yes or no. Think back to what they were. Yes or no. Have you achieved what you said you were going to do? So we've got a no, we've got a yep, we've got a no, we've got a yeah, we've got a no, we've got a yes. Got a no, yes. So I think we're edging about 60-40 on the no's. So what's the story? What's the story as to why you haven't hit your goals? Because at one point you have thought those goals were realistic, because you wouldn't have set them otherwise. Because remember, when we set goals ourselves and there's no one around us, we set convenient goals. So they're goals we want to hit, and they're not too far out of reach, but they're doable. So at one point you've sat there on January the 1st and you've said, I'm going to achieve X, Y and Z this year. Some of you are now saying that you have achieved them, and the majority of you are saying I haven't achieved them. So why haven't you followed through with it? Were the goals not important enough? Okay? Two of the biggest problems, the goals were not important enough, or you didn't fucking know the work required to get what you wanted. A lot of people just say loads of things, I want to do this, I want to do that, and they don't actually look into the work needed. And to become fucking one of those people that people look at and think, fucking hell, I'd love to be like that, I'd love to be like him, I'd love to be a finisher, I'd love to be constantly doing things, doing new things. Do you know, I sometimes look on my Facebook and I see people doing stuff all the time, new experiences, doing well in their life. And I know Facebook's just a place where people put all the good shit, but there are people on there fucking being majorly productive and doing what they said they were going to do, and they're the people that I want to hang around with. They're the people I want to spend all my time with. Because if you hang around with bums, you're going to be a bum. Or you might not be a bum, but you will definitely not reach the required level that you should reach. Like I said, there's these people down at the bottom here. And it's cool, guys, that there are people that just are happy getting by and not really doing stuff and staying in, not doing any experiences, being a bit overweight, and being in a job that just gets them by. That's cool. If that's what people's goals are in life and that makes them happy, that's fine. But they're the people I do not want to fucking hang around with, because I don't want myself to be pulled down into that level. I want to look at the people that are above me, the people that want to fucking succeed, and the people that want me to succeed. Do you know? So the key, like I said, number 2 key is of becoming unstoppable is the people you fucking hang around with. Like a lot of, let's write that down. So the people you hang around with. Hang with. We'll do hang with. Sounds cooler. The people you hang with. So that's, like I said, the people you hang. A lot of us hang around with people that don't want us to actually be any more successful than we currently are. Can you think of someone that you know that's currently telling you that you're spending a little bit too much time in the gym, you've lost too much weight, or you've gained too much muscle, I don't think you should do anymore. I think your gym's taking too much time. You've done enough events this year. You don't need to do any more. Hello. Where's the encouragement gone? Because let's get it right. In the health and fitness industry, there's a fucking bang load of jealousy. Because it takes balls to do what we do. It takes balls because we are in a nation or an era where we are getting unfitter and fatter by the year, and I'm not lying. It's fact. It's fact. We're now 1 in 2 overweight. So when you're speaking to people and you tell them about all these new things I've told you over and over again, people get jealous. People get a bit butthurt. People get a little bit upset. And what they do, instead of pointing that finger in, they point the finger out at you, and they want to put a cap on your limits. They don't want you to go too far up. They want you to be. People want you to be successful. Let's not be stupid about it. People want you to be successful, but as soon as you start getting a bit more attention, do you know what I mean? A little bit more attention from people. You start making a few new friends. You start doing a few new experiences. All of a sudden, that guy that was in the shadows of me, now he's fucking overtaken me. And that's the fucking problem. That you've grown, that you're growing, and your friends are staying still. And then what happens is, when you start meeting people in the gym, they're going to tend to be these type of people. So your friends will be currently this type or this type, and most people in the gym that you meet are going to be fit, strong, healthy, have a good mindset, want to do things, or shall I say fitter, stronger than your current friends. Because not everyone that comes to the gym is fucking a lycra, bodybuilding, pumping Arnie wannabe. I'm just saying they're fitter, stronger than the current people that you're hanging around with. And so, like I said, the people that you hang around with, they're either trying to put a cap on you or trying to stop you from moving forwards. And the number one key is jealousy. Just because the gap's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then what do you do? The question is, what do you do, guys? Do you listen to them and stop moving forwards just to keep the peace? I bet you there's so many of you. Do you know what I mean? To be unstoppable and be fucking the best you can be, do you think those type of people just listen to everyone and do exactly what everyone else tells them to do? Or do they take the time out, grow a set, and go for what they want? Because if you're doing something like improving yourself, which we are in the gym, which we are in all other areas of life, what would be the reason? What would be the logical reason that someone wants to stop us from doing that? What logical reason would someone want to stop us or halt us from improving in our body, our balance, our business, our being, our mindset? What logical reason? Out of fear. Fear that you're outgrowing them. Fear that you might meet someone else. Fear that you might have new friends. Fear that you might be doing new experiences. Fear that you might outgrow them. So, whoever you hang around with, that's going to massively dictate to how you're going to be the best you, and that's fucking being the unstoppable you. The person that's now going to back up the shit. So when you say you're going to do something, irrelevant of how you feel on that day, I wake up and I rolled out on the wrong side of the bed. It's just a thought. Question it. Is it true? So if I carry on with that thought, oh well, I woke up, I'm on the wrong side of the bed, I'm in a mood, I don't want to do anything. So if I carry on with that thought for the rest of the day, where's that going to get me? Well, my day probably won't be as productive. I'll probably upset a few people. I probably won't do what I was meant to do. Okay, well, where would I be without the thought if I didn't think that? So if I didn't think I woke up in a mood, or I woke up on the wrong side of the bed, where would you be without, if I took that thought out? Oh, well, you probably would have a better day. You'd probably eat a little bit better. You'd probably do a little bit of what you're meant to do. So you'd be far more productive. So when you're having these doubts in your mind, question them. Who am I with the thought? And who am I without the thought? Okay? So it leads me on to number 3. My pen's upside down, I'm getting that carried away. Number 3. So, listen to this, guys. It's not... I'm going to try and say it as slow as I really... It's not what you have to do. Oh, come on. What you have to do. Listen to this. It's who you have to become. Boom. We love that one, don't we? Have to become. Listen to that, guys. It's not what you have to do. It's like the water challenge. How hard is it to drink 4 litres of water per day? How physically hard is it? It's not hard. But we had 14 people quit. 14 people quitting on just drinking some water per day. So what does that say? The fact is it's not what it says about the water. It's about starting something and stopping. Starting, stopping. And another thing that I have to tell you is a lot of people decide when they start something, they say, I don't enjoy it anymore. I heard this line yesterday, I don't enjoy it anymore. What a fucking convenient choice. And it's convenient to you. Oh, I don't enjoy it anymore, because no one will question it. Oh, it's okay, he doesn't enjoy it anymore, so that's okay, they've tried their best, pat on the back, well done, let's have a group hug. And do you know who the type of people that do that for you? These fuckers down here. These fuckers that'll tell you everything's okay, it's okay you didn't do it, it's okay you didn't follow through, it's not as bad as you think, next time. But I tell you what, when you look up at the fucking lions, they won't accept that for you. They'll want you to do better. They'll want you not to quit. They'll have that word in your ear. They'll set goals with you. They'll try and move you forwards. But those people, like I said, they'll put their arm around you, tell you everything's okay. Well, it's not fucking okay if you are constantly saying you are going to do something, do it for 1 or 2 days, and then fucking quit. You constantly start. At what point does things get that hard that you have to stop? So you did the water challenge for 4 days. At what point on the 5th day did it get that hard that you had to stop? It's not that it got that hard. It's that you had to make a fucking choice between going out, drinking, or having a coffee, or whatever, with your friends, than staying true to yourself and what you said you were going to do. And it's alright that you didn't do it, because the minions at the bottom here put their arm around you and said, at least you tried. Sometimes fucking trying is not enough. If you want to become unstoppable and you want the best, and you want to be at level with the people who are fucking achieving and doing great, just trying just doesn't cut it. Doesn't cut it. Because a lot of the time you have to do shit that you don't want to do. Come on, who wakes up in the morning, like fucking jumps out of bed buzzing, right, yes, I can't wait, yeah, brushing my teeth time, let's go, I'm loving it. No, I don't do that. It's just, I get up, have something to eat, brush my teeth, and you know what, I brush my teeth, irrelevant of how I'm feeling, because I just know I've got to do it. So, I did a part of the training program today. I did 10,000 meters on the rower. Now, anyone that's done the rower before knows 10,000 meters is not enjoyable at all. I did it today. It wasn't enjoyable. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't like it. And people ask me, well, why do it then? because I fucking said I was going to do it, and it's part of the plan. Sometimes you have to go through stuff you don't like to get to that next level. There's stuff in your life that you're doing. Don't tell me every single day you go to work and you love it, because you don't. But you wouldn't fucking quit. You wouldn't stop, would you? You wouldn't stop and quit your job just because one day you didn't like it. Because you know the consequences of it, and that's not having money to pay your bills, for your house, your mortgage, your credit cards, whatever it may be. But at the first sign of fucking fitness getting hard, we'll quit. We'll stop. But the consequences of that are being overweight, all the health related diseases that come with it. That, trust me, if you haven't got your health, you've got fuck all anyway. You can have all the money you want in the bank. So I wrote on here, guys, it's not what you have to do, it's who you have to become. And that's got to be one of those person that, irrelevant of how you think, feel, and your moods, you do the shit you want, you said you were going to do. And it's that easy. It's that easy. Because if we're looking for an excuse, we will find something. We will find a reason. Every single day, when you're meant to be doing something, you can find a reason to justify in your own head as to why you're not going to do it. And then who do you speak to? So you either speak to your best friend, your partner, those type of people that will just put their arm around you and tell you everything's okay, it's okay you didn't do it, don't worry, we'll start again next week. It's everyone else's fault. But it's not. Who do you speak to when your effort level's low? Who do you speak to? So when things aren't going quite right, who do you speak to? Who's that person that's going to get you back on track? Who's that person that's going to tell you you're being fucking stupid and get back into that gym and get started? Who's that person that's going to tell you, you shouldn't be eating that because you're on this program and I want the best for you? Have you ever been in a room where people have said to you, I don't want you to eat that type of stuff because I want the best for you and you're part of a course, so you shouldn't be doing it, I'm encouraging you? Or have you been in a room where people, as soon as you start eating something healthy, they're like, what are you doing? You're weird, you're obsessed, why are you eating that? God, you take it too seriously. And those people are these people here. The minions. The people that don't want you to be successful. As successful. They don't want you to be as successful or more successful than them. Because it creates that gap, guys. So point 4. So this is actually the final point, guys. So becoming unstoppable, and it's only 4 things. So that's backing up your shit. So it's you. When you say you're going to do something, you're going to do it. And before you say you're going to do something, you're going to look at, can you do it? Look at the work involved, and look at whether you're able to commit to it in the first place before you start opening your mouth and before you start writing stuff on Facebook. And also, before you open your mouth and say something, look at your past history. Are you a finisher or are you a perpetual goal setter? So a finisher is someone that gets to the end of everything they say they're going to do? Or are you a perpetual goal setter, the person that does 1 to 2 or 3 weeks, stops, waits another 3 months, does 1 to 2, 3 weeks, stops? You just can't back up your shit. So if you've got a history of stop starting and quitting, you need to look at it. At what point did it get that hard that you had to quit? And what was the obstacle that came up that made you quit? So at what point did it get that hard that you had to quit? And what is the obstacle that keeps coming up as to why you keep quitting? Because that obstacle's not going to go away. So every time you come up against it, whatever it may be, you need to find a fucking solution. And you need to stop telling people you're going to do stuff and talk about it and create this big hoorah on Facebook and telling your friends, unless you're prepared to do the work, because you look fucking stupid. You look stupid when you say you're going to do something and you don't do it. And that's the big thing that I call out. I'm going to show you a picture right now. So this is a picture from one of my guys who's on my fat furnace, who at the start, this is his wall, by the way. So this is the agenda that I sent them. So they sent me the I can't wait for the course, I'm so motivated, I've got it all printed out, everything's ready, can't wait, buzzing, you know the whole score. And it's the same guy that's in the bottom 6 of the attendance of 24 people. So he printed all the documents, he put them on the wall so they all looked beautiful and they all looked organised, and then boom, when he had to start doing the work, he fucking couldn't follow through. And I look back at the history and it's the same type of shit. So the easiest thing to do was get a little table, print it off, put it on the wall, but that requires no effort. I told you, like it is when you look forwards and you're creating goals, like this guy was, creating goals, creating ambition, creating where he wanted to be. It takes no effort. It took no doing, it took no action. And then when it required the action, he fucking fell short, let himself down, and basically quit. But it was okay to print it all and put it on his wall. Number 2, people you hang around with. Okay? You need to hang around with people that want the best for you. That's it. People that aren't going to put caps on you. People that aren't going to tell you, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, I think you've done enough, you're doing too much, slow down, you're getting older, you know, blah de blah de blah de blah. You want people that are going to encourage you to do shit. Okay, number 3, it's not what you have to do, it's who you have to become. You have to become that person you want to be. And that's the person that fucking does what they say they're going to do. Is that person that you probably know in your life that you'd love to be like. What do? They tend to do what they said they were going to do. And number four, the power of saying no. You probably wouldn't have thought that was on there. But the power of saying no. So that's saying no. So when you think about saying no, so it's a mindset thing. So when you say no, people won't say no out of fear, or they will say no out of confidence. Okay, so the fear is inconvenience. So when you say no, if you're afraid of saying no, and you do what people say, or people ask for you, so you're doing jobs for other people, and you're doing all these other things that people ask you to do, and when really you know you've got other shit you need to do, and you're too afraid to say no, it inconveniences you. So when you've got the confidence to say, no, sorry, I've got my own things I need to do, it's a convenience. So the inconvenience delays your progress. The convenience gives you progress. And this leads to doubt and unhappy, and this leads to happy. So let me go through it again, because I went through it quite quick. So the power of saying no is a mindset thing. So people who are afraid to say no is afraid out of fear. They're afraid of what people might think of them if they say no. They're afraid of upsetting or rocking the boat. And the people who can say no is out of confidence, knowing what they want, knowing that they've got shit to do. Because like I said, every time you say you'll do something out of fear of upsetting someone, what you're doing is you're inconveniencing yourself. You're probably delaying your own shit that you need to do. And then when you delay and you don't do stuff that you're meant to do because you've done stuff for other people, all it does is fills your head with doubt and unhappiness, because you haven't done what you said you were going to do, but you've done everything other people want. And some people actually draw happiness from that. They're happy with helping everyone else, because what it does is it takes the attention from yourself, because you're getting a piece of success from other people. So a lot of people who put all their focus and effort into their kids, which is great, put all their focus and effort into their friends, which is great, but what about you? So if you're like one of those, yes, I'll do anything for everyone at any time, irrelevant of my goals, my schedule, what I need to do, in the end, it just delays your progression, inconvenience you. All it does is it conveniences the other person. Okay? Having the confidence to say no, because we know deep down, you doing something for someone else when you should be doing your own shit is not a convenience. It's going to halt your progress, and like I said, if you say no, it's going to convenience you, improve your progress, and ultimately make you happy, because you're not sat there at the end of the day thinking, oh my god, I've still got X, Y and Z to do, and it's like, well, why didn't you do it? Why didn't you do the work? Oh, because I did X, Y and Z for so and so, my friends, my family, and I didn't have time for me. Okay? You are your number one, because if it isn't you, a lot of other stuff fucking suffer. So, to becoming unstoppable, guys, back your shit up. Back it up. Think about the people that you hang around with. Why can't you just stop hanging around with someone if what they bring to your life isn't helping you? Why do you have to stay hanging around with someone that you've outgrown and you're not really that good friends anymore, but you're just too scared to upset them? So you'd rather inconvenience yourself than upset someone else. That's what we're like. We don't want to upset anyone. We don't want to rock the boat. So we'd rather stay friends and keep doing the same shit with people, because we don't want to offend them or upset them. But it's okay for them to offend us. I'm not talking to go around to all your friends and say, I don't want to be friends with you. But there'll be certain people in your life that you need to start spending less time with. And there's certain people in your life that you're currently not spending enough time with. And they're the fucking lions. And it's not what you have to do. So it's not about the job list. It's not about having to go to the gym, and do a certain amount of meters or anything. It's about who you have to become, and that's that person that is going to do what they said they were going to do, and that person you want to become. When people look at you, what do you think people think about you when they look at you? The people that know you, what if they had to describe you in 3 words, I wonder what they'd describe you as. And would you be upset by what they describe you as? What you think they'd describe you as? Because you are in control of that. What you do is in your control. And number 4, the power of saying no. You've got to be able to put yourself as a priority. And that comes down to confidence. Confidence, knowing your self-worth and the value of you versus the value of helping other people all the time. And don't get me wrong, helping other people and doing stuff for other people is great. But what about you? Because when you look back over this year, last year, 5 years, 10 years, what have you done to improve your situation and improve your life experience? Because it's alright listing, well, I helped my friend do this, I helped my kids do that. No, what about you? So if you do these 4 things, guys, and think about these 4 things, everything's going to dramatically improve. It's not what you have to do, it's who you have to become. And like I said, setting goals and having ambitions is the easy part. It's doing the work. And if you have a look over the last 12 months and you haven't done the work for whatever reasons, why haven't you done the work? What's come up? How has it been that hard that you haven't done it? What obstacles have got in your way? And then deal with them. And the next time you start planning and prepping something, can I do the work? And if you've got any doubt, go and see people that are going to encourage you. See people that are going to push you and help you move forward. Not the people that say, put doubt in your mind and make you question yourself. So, after a little swig of water, I had other stuff to talk about, but I got carried away. Hopefully, you've all got a little bit of understanding as to, if you want to be a certain type of person, you've got to conduct yourself in a certain type of way. And if you're a perpetual fucking pussy that keeps making excuses, keeps telling yourself next year, keeps telling yourself, oh, it doesn't matter that I quit, that's not the right kind of things that successful, positive, unstoppable people, they don't do that shit. They learn from lessons and they move forward. So I'm going to leave you guys to ponder those thoughts. If anyone's got anything they want to ask me right now, you can hit me with a question. I've only just seen Keely's how do I see this writing. It's a little bit late for that one. Anyone got any questions, guys? Keely, Leighton. Anyone? Anyone? No. So now you know, now you've got all this information, guys, and now you've been through it, and now you've got all these thoughts going through your head. What the fuck are you going to do? How is tomorrow going to be any different? How are you going to make tomorrow better than today? I know it sounds cheesy, but it's fucking true. How are you going to do it? Are you just going to write it down, think about it, and do jack shit? Or are you going to do something tomorrow that you said you were going to do, and you're going to get it off your mind, you're going to feel great for doing it, and then it's going to lead to another day. You're going to do something else, you're going to invest time into something, and then you're going to lead to another day, and another day, and another day, and you're going to feel fucking great for it. Because you always feel great for done, not done. And I'll leave you with that thought, guys. Thanks for your time again. And like I said, I could talk about food plans, I could talk about calories, I could talk about anything along those lines. But if you haven't got the mindset for it, you're never going to fucking succeed. Everyone knows how to eat properly. Everyone knows how to exercise. It's just this bad boy that plays fucking games in our heads that's stopping us. And as soon as we get strong with this, everything else will start following, and you'll become an unstoppable motherfucker. So let's